Good evening, this is Kuro. Got a tier 10 game in my tier 8 Yukikaze, going over the matchmaking, enemy midway. Got a Missouri, double Des Moines, Shima, Chungmu, and Ognivoy rounding out the threats to my ship. Yes, number one. The map is north. It's a domination battle, and we're going to go ahead and kick this one off. I spawned north side on ACAP, and basically my plan is I've got a Moskva and a Montana that spawned out with me. We're relatively light on this side, and I'm not 100% sure that I want to commit to this cap, but I do want to push up here and see what's going on. Just in case, occasionally you get enemy teams that they just go hard BC. Why give up a free cap right out of the gate when a destroyer should push up there and at least investigate it? Kind of the lesson for this game is knowing when you can flip a flank. And what's going to happen right here, this moment in time, our CV does a good job. He gets the spots, and you look, we are 3v1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we know 3v4, so we're outnumbered. They basically have an extra tier 8 battleship out here versus our one tier 10 battleship. In general, this would beat this, barring something else. Their CV is also out here. If you noticed, I basically was just, juking my speed. First up, when I saw him, I slowed up, thinking he was just going to cut across here like a lot of CVs do, looking to hunt the destroyer. When I saw he was going for my Moskva, I started getting separation from my Moskva. Now the CV's coming in again. And I mean, just luck. He turns and he goes north to go hit my Montana. Now this is important. What I'm doing right here, I'm getting spotting information from my CV. This Ognivoy, he's either being hard detected from the plane or he had his AA on. And I'm getting, information on him. I'm looking at the Des Moines. Actually, my indicator was locked on to the Ognivoy. And I'm dropping those torpedoes, expecting him to basically push in here and try to cap this point. And at this point, I'm just kiting out. I've already told my team to bail. They're outnumbered. We can't really win a direct fight right out of the gate. And I'm kiting back towards my team at this point, and I'm just trying to keep things spotted. That Des Moines, that's a big hit right there. That Des Moines just lost half of his HP, and that is another thing. Those two things just flip this flank. And even though my team isn't really actively going to push this flank, I am. I'm going to push because I see the enemy has a pretty sizable force in here. And with the Des Moines crippled and his radar's on cooldown, I do have smoke if I need it. I'm basically going to shove myself in here and see if we can do anything about either this Iowa or this Montana is starting to push in this direction. This Bismarck is already bailing, so he's out of the picture. But without any destroyer to contest the cap, I feel that I should push in here and cap this to try to get points going for my team. Now this is important because my Z-52 is on B-cap. I'm anticipating the enemy CV is going to send planes there to try to reset the Z. And that can leave me with an opportunity to maybe, just maybe, pick this cap up without losing a bunch of HP. I was predicting this Montana is going to turn out. And just basically leading him and just let him into those into that turn. Unfortunately, he had kind of straightened out a bit and then starts coming back. So this isn't going to be a perfectly aimed torpedo volley. Notice my position here. I'm still angled away, ready to drive away at the moment's notice. He eats a torp, and I'm just smoking up. Just want to get some extra pressure on this guy. It's important when ships are you know, close range. Use those smokes. Use those guns to help you out, and get a fire there. I do get some pretty good fire RNG here. This Montana still flooding on top of it. Trying to hit the next zone, see if I can get a fire there. And you can see that, you know, these guns are pretty accurate. I mean, this is sub 8 kilometers, but I'm landing most of my shells. There's the second fire. I'm trying to hit the third. I'm being a greedy bitch. Montana does take a blind shot at me. The issue with that is twofold, though, because, well, no, because the Zed's spotting him right now. So it is a good play for him to take that shot. Buddy, get out of the blinds. Come on now. No blinds. Come on. There's no peekaboo in the blinds. Come on. Don't give me the song of your people. Come on. Come on. I said no blinds, sir. Move it. So, getting back to not hollering at dinosaurs, I'm making a calculated risk. And what I'm seeing here is we've already got 2 full caps. We're already up 2 ships. The enemy team can't seem to really break the G line. I'm making a gamble that this game's pretty much over already. So I'm going to push up here and I'm going to see what kind of damage I can just get. Now, the issue with making this choice is this leaves me massively overextended to the CV and is going to create some issues for me where the CV is going to be able to punish me for making this choice. Now here you see the dive bombers coming in. Still getting really good fire RNG. I mean, I am landing basically five shells out of a volley, so that helps, obviously. Now here, being perpendicular to the bomb drop, and he just gets good RNG, and that's fine. This is my earlier video about CV tanking. Guys, out of the blinds now. I said no. I said no. There you go. Good choice. Sorry about that. Hopefully he doesn't sing the song of his people for a long time. But the choice that I'm making here is basically exposing my ship to the CV in exchange for additional damage, because I believe that this game is pretty much done. We're about ready to flip C-cap. Again, the enemy team is not even really pushing G-line that hard. And that to me is telling me this game's pretty much done. So, rather than have a mediocre game, I'd rather push it. And yes, I get dropped, blah, 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 whatever. I want to get as much damage as I can. Now here, I am just turning into these dive bombers. And honestly, I think what happened there is most people turn out. So I think he started his attack run early, and he basically ended up having to drop me high. He comes back around for another pass, and I just dropped smoke. Now I'm going to accelerate. He's going to drop where I was last seen. Bloop! Sorry, buddy, I'm already gone. And at this point, I'm in a tier 8 destroyer. I've done 86,000 damage. I've killed a full health enemy destroyer. I've capped one base. This is a pretty solid performance for a bottom tier destroyer. And this is about normal performance for this ship for me. At this point, I'm just going to get CV safe. I don't want to lose points for my team. If you look, the enemy's still struggling to try to even get up near the caps. And the reason why I was so aggressive, normally I wouldn't chase damage like that. But the reason why I was so aggressive about that is because I predicted this scenario right here. You need to be able to really get the most out of your games. You need to be able to look 3, 4, 5 minutes in advance and have a pretty good idea where things are going to be at. And unfortunately, that only really comes with experience. But it gives you an idea of some of the things that you can do. You know, it lets you, you know, make the determination, do I want to play aggressive? And use some of my HP to try to get a better score. You know, do I need to, you know, play more cautious? You know, all of that, you know, you should be able to look at any moment in time during the game by either pressing your tab key, or if you've got mods installed, be able to look here and see how many caps do we have, how many points do we have, you know, what's the ship count here, what's the HP on these ships, and it really starts to create a good picture for you. Here, if you notice, I'm staying close to these ships. I don't feel like I need to push hard enough to die. I'm just looking for additional damage opportunities. And here, I think I'm being radared by the Missouri. His radar's down, but that also tells me that the CV now knows where my position is. So I'm kind of expecting the CV2 to come to me. Now, at this point, it's only at this point in time has the enemy actually gotten onto CCAP. And, you know, that's a good indication of how accurate my prediction was. Now here I'm looking at this Missouri. I'm looking, maybe I can sneak off a torpedo shot on this guy. If not, this Des Moines is going to have to push up here. Maybe I can get some torps on this Des Moines. So I'm just sitting up here, this is all supplemental damage. I've already done everything I can to win this game for my team. I basically delivered the A-cap. Once that Des Moines got smacked, I took out the DD, and then everything just opened up. Should have launched that tighter on the Des Moines. I should have stacked those a lot tighter. I am going to try to bait him into turning to get his guns on target. Just slinging some HE out there. Then I'm just going to duck in behind this island. You see I turn into the island. I turn into the island to try to make sure that shots hit the island rather than me. Now the Des Moines pops radar. That's a good move on his behalf. I'm waiting for the CV to try to send planes here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop speed boost, because I'm going to need to dodge. And I see torpedo planes. Torpedo planes aren't a threat to me, so I'm just going to back up, see if I can get any sort of damage. We're at 942 points. And that Des Moines goes down, and that pushes us over 1,000. Now, guys that are bitching about, you know, being bottom tier, look at these numbers. I mean, you get really good XP rewards for being bottom tier, particularly doing tier 8 being a tier 8 doing damage to a tier 10. Um, it's a fantastic payout. Now, being low tier on things like cruisers, yes, that's more painful than a destroyer. But something like Yukikaze, this ship just prints XP. It's absolutely nuts. You know, over 2K base XP. Um, and again, this isn't a lot of damage. I mean, yes, I killed one destroyer. Yes, I beat up a tier 10 battleship. But that tier 10 battleship, that XP means a lot more, or that damage means a lot more because he's 2 tiers higher than me, and you know it all just adds up. So, taking a look at the detailed report, you can kind of see what's going on. Um, you know, the flooding and the fire damage was really nice this game. It definitely made my damage. That fire damage, 100% reason to use your guns. Don't be shy about it. You got 3 smokes on this ship. You're not Hey, yes, you bonked your head. Are you okay? Yeah, well, rub some dirt on it. You're not supposed to be crawling under the coffee table. Yeah? You alright? You got all this hair on your head to act like a helmet. Oh, you want to eat? Okay. Well, your brother can come in too. He doesn't have cooties. You're alright. Uh, anyway, this video is winding down, so before I tackle the kids, hold on, buddy, you can't have that. Hold on. I'll get you something to drink momentarily. Make sure you use your guns because you can miss out on opportunities like that where, you know, that fire damage just stacked up perfect and really made this game something nice. Um, you know, here taking a look at the rewards, guys that are still interested in buying Yukikaze, this is kind of what you're looking at. Now this is also with the 200% boost, so that's another almost 7k XP onto everything. And I'm not running the ship's camo. I'm running a special XP camo just to kind of take advantage of the boost that is part of the purchase package right now. Um, so again, excuse you. Well, hold on, buddy. I'll get you something to eat momentarily. It's feeding time at Jurassic Park. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good day. If you've got any questions or comments, leave them below. This is another good example of Yukikaze and matchmaking that most people would say is extremely punishing to the ship. And instead you just need to, you know, understand, you know, when you've got opportunities, you need to be patient to wait for those opportunities. And when those opportunities come, get in there and hit hard. And this ship loves to hit hard. So I hope you guys are having a good night. I will talk to you later.